You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we've been waiting for this news to come in because I expected it to be big. I don't know that I expected it to be this big because this is a monster rating that the WNBA All-Star Game got. And, of course, there was a little something extra because, of course, Caitlin Clark got snubbed from Team USA. And some of her, I guess you could say, the biggest WNBA players that have given her so much trouble, A'ja Wilson, Diana Taurasi, Brittney Griner, the jealous faction of the WNBA, well, she was playing against them, right? And because of that, it caused a massive, massive rating. And we've got a little something about the first half of the WNBA season and the Caitlin Clark effect and how that's been successful. But let's get to this because Caitlin Clark and the WNBA All-Stars broke the all-time record for WNBA All-Star Game ratings. And you're seeing that number, and that's real, folks, and that's a monster number. 3.44 million viewers is big. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese joining forces again, and that was the other storyline, the two rivals being on the same team. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese joining forces against the U.S. women's national team for this year's WNBA All-Star Game not only helped produce a Team WNBA victory, but also shattered the all-time audience mark for the WNBA All-Star Game broadcast per sources briefed on the data. Sunday's showcase drew 3.44 million viewers on ABC, crushing the previous audience record in 2003 when 1.441 million tuned in to ABC for a Saturday afternoon tilt at Madison Square Garden. Wow. So more than 2 million more viewers. That's a ton. That game featured an abundance of all-time greats, including Lisa Leslie, Sue Bird, Dawn Staley, Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, Tamika Catchings, Tina Thompson, and the rest. I'm not reading them all. The point is, that's supposed to be the who's who of all-time WNBA greats, and they got stomped. I mean, crushed. There was also a first-time All-Star guard from the New York Liberty named Becky Hammond on that team. Oh, that's a little something extra. Of course, she's one of the coaches that's hated on Caitlin Clark this year, too. The 2024 All-Star Game audience number tracks as the most-watched WNBA event on any ESPN network and the third most-watched WNBA game of all time. It's the 17th WNBA game this season that topped 1 million viewers, a remarkable achievement given the league has not hit a million viewership mark in the previous 16 years. Clark has played in 15 of those 17 games. The two most watched non-All-Star games this season were between Clark's Indiana Fever and Reese's Chicago Sky. Each topped 2 million viewers. Sunday's game was well over last year's game, which averaged 850,000 on ABC. Wow. Wow. It got, about 4 times the amount of viewers. Wow. Making it then the most WNBA watched All-Star game since 2007. What an indictment on this league and sort of the failure it's been. Seriously. This year marked the second year in a row ESPN ABC officials opted to air the WNBA All-Star Game on network ABC in prime time. That helped the viewership pop significantly in addition to the flood of stars on the court and exciting action. Yeah, it was actually an entertaining game. And seriously, Adam Silver should take some notes from that game because the NBA All-Star Game has been dog shit for a very long time. And these women played their asses off the other night. Seriously. By the way, they were playing serious defense on Caitlin Clark. No doubt about it. WNBA All-Star Weekend signaled the halfway point of the landmark season, provided a snapshot of the league's monumental rise. The game featured the 2024 class and has been credited for much of the league's newfound attention. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese were on the same side. The WNBA had 16 games, averaged more than 1 million viewers this year, already more than the league's single-season record. All but 2 featured Clark in the Fever. The game's success also comes on the heel of a report that the WNBA's media rights deal is expected to be worth $2.2 billion over 11 years, or $200 million annually. That annual figure could be worth more than 3 times the estimated $60 million per year the league's currently receiving from ESPN, Amazon, CBS, and ION. However, the WNBA agreement is still tied to the $75 billion that the NBA is finalizing with ESPN, ABC, and Amazon. Quote, I haven't been shy about saying that we've been prepared for this moment for many years, saying how important the media deal are to the growth and the future of the league, and these deals will be historic and a significant step forward, said WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert right before the All-Star game. Well, and there's also, they've got the ability to make, I believe it's 2 more separate media deals on top of it that could be, they're estimating around another $60 million a year. And that's the current deals that, for example, I believe it's Amazon Prime and CBS Sports has right now. So either the same networks can give them, more money, or however it works out. But really and truly, what they're looking at is something more in the neighborhood of about $260 million a year, or around $3 billion. Now, Cheryl Miller the other day came out and said it should be more like $8 billion. Are you mental? No, it shouldn't. Not even. I mean, I think that might be more than the NBA's get. I don't know. Regardless, it was a ridiculous claim that this was a low ball. I mean, this is 4 times. It's going to end up being 4 times, maybe a little over, what they were previously bringing in. I think that's fair. I understand there's been a major bump in ratings and attendance and revenue. But we also don't know how long that's going to last. And the league is always in a constant state of peril based on whether or not, frankly, Caitlin Clark fans get fed up with how the WNBA and their players that can't stand her may or may not continue to treat her. I think that's a big deal because, look, if she continues to get clotheslines from hell and forearm shivers like it's the WWE on the court, her fans are eventually going to turn the TV back off and the ratings are going to drop again. So they need to be completely aware of that. There was already starting to be a little movement from fans talking about, if this continues, we're not watching anymore. Well, you're only getting this money because of those fans. If you want to go back to 450,000 viewers a game, let that happen. And then your product's going back to being worth $60 million a year total. That's it. Not $260 million. Tell me what you think. The All-Star Game. Good Lord, that's a big rating. A really big rating. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.